We told you a long time ago that when we were gonna hit 100,000 subscribers, we'd actually tell you the truth about Fitment Industries, the history of Fitment Industries, if you will. And it actually seems to be coming up relatively pretty quick. And by the time this video drops, I think we'll actually be there. So I'm Alex from Fitment Industries, and because everybody in the comment section had asked for it, here is the truth about Fitment Industries. So before we get started, don't forget to subscribe. And of course, if you're looking for wheel tire suspension, head out to fitmentindustries.com. Now there's gonna be portions of this episode that are gonna be covered by gels because I find it very weird to talk about myself and I just don't wanna do it. So let's get right into it. So Fitment Industries was once known as Fitment Inc. and was founded in February of 2017 under the umbrella name of Custom Offsets. Now, if you haven't heard of Custom Offsets, they are a truck aftermarket wheel company that specializes in everything that car guys do here for Fitment Industries, but for trucks, because America, and up here in Wisconsin, there's like 12 trucks and 2 cars, and that's just how we do things around here. But eventually there was enough car guys at the Custom Offsets media team that they thought, hey, why don't we do this for cars? Because that's kind of like, it's cooler, they're sleeker. Cars are way better than trucks in every way, shape, and form. Trucks are just, you know, they're just overhyped, expensive pieces of metal. You know, I don't know how much of that was actually true, but the matter of the fact is that people wanted to do something with cars versus trucks. And so over the course of the next few months, essentially the Fitment Inc. name got established, and you had probably one of the OGs, you had Mario starting to kind of delve into different sorts of car video styles and making different edits and things like that. But it didn't really start taking off until September of 2017, and that was when little old me decided to come on board and start essentially the first team for Fitment Inc. And that was actually partnered with Mario, who was still working on the Custom Offsets media team at the time. And because of the overall summer and because the idea wasn't really having a full force behind it, a lot of the Custom Offsets media team was actually helping out with Fitment Inc. videos back on YouTube. Now, if you go back to our old videos, you'll probably find that they weren't super duper exciting to watch. They had some spotlights, some wheel talks, some matchups, and everything in between, but relatively for the most part, Fitment Inc. was kind of like low key, but they weren't like hipster low key where it was cool to talk about them because nobody else knew them, just like nobody else really knew them. So September came along and ultimately I came on board and I was hired on as a Fitment Inc. lead. Wow, that sounds really boring. And from there, we decided to actually have like a full team. So from here, I'm gonna let Gels take the reins because I really don't wanna talk about me and it's really weird to talk about me. So Gels, you wanna come in?
So Alex was hired in September of 2017. And Sean, you know, our CEO, knew of Alex not only because of Wisconsin Car Enthusiast Club, which if you didn't know is the largest car club in Wisconsin that Alex is the founder of with 57,000 members. Along with that, Alex also hosted the River Valley Road Rally, which Sean wanted to be a part of. And after that was done, Sean sought out Alex to bring him in for an interview because he saw the enthusiasm in Alex and he saw his passion for cars. And he's like, hey, we need to get that guy on our team. So he brought Alex in for an interview and, well, as you can see, the rest is history.
So now that Gels has explained that part, which is kind of a little bit weird if I was talking about myself, but we essentially went into SEMA not really knowing anything. And thank God we had one viral video that we came out with, which was none other than the XXR wheel history. It was the first wheel history we've ever done, and it was the first history video we've ever tried to do. We had no idea what we were doing, but we thought we'd give it a shot, and turns out it worked. We ended up having 250,000 views on Facebook, and ultimately people started to hear about us about a week before SEMA. When we walked into SEMA, we had absolutely no idea what to expect. Our Custom Offsets friends obviously knew everything that was going on, but when it came down to Fitment Inc. at the time, we were pretty much clueless. I wasn't even planning on being in front of the camera for any videos, but ultimately ended up shooting almost 35 videos in that 3-day period to get content out to YouTube. And besides that, really all we did was talk to different companies that we thought may potentially put up with us or may like us, and left us with companies like Cosmos, for instance, still puts up with us to this day, which is pretty neat. And we have other companies that we met up with too, which was absolutely awesome. So we're really excited. We had Rohana, we had F1R, we had Regan 5 and things like that, and things were going great. And then we came back and we were like, well, what now? You know, we had 3 sample wheels at the time, and turns out a month after SEMA, we ended up getting wheel samples in, which was unheard of at the time. Our guys over at Custom Offsets had like 40 wheel samples, and within a month, Fitment Inc. had like 45 wheel samples. And so we were kind of onto something. It seemed to be working, that people wanted to know about wheels and tires and all that sort of good stuff. And people at SEMA started to catch on to what we were doing because we had that one viral video. We continued to make those viral videos, and I guess we just kept, you know, making stuff, and people really enjoyed it. You guys kept watching it and kept wanting more content and kept asking us questions. So we just decided that, you know, if we're gonna do this, let's just, you know, go all the way. The best part about getting 40 wheel samples in-house is that when you already have 40 other wheels in a 6,000 square foot facility, half of which is a shop, 1,500 of it is the media space, you're left with a 1,500 square foot space for about 100 wheel samples. It got a little tight. We had actually no space. So in February of 2018, we moved from a 6,000 square foot facility to a 28,000 square foot facility, which still has like 3 hoists, has a much bigger media space, theater room, kitchen, showroom, a warehouse, and everything in between. And we're already planning on adding on another 24,000 square foot space so that we can actually make more cool videos and content for you guys. In January of 2018, Fitment Industries saw a huge boost. So we went from Fitment Inc. to Fitment Industries because that's just a cooler name and it has absolutely nothing to do with legality issues or anything like that with S Corps and LLCs. But we decided to go into trying to make more like bangers. And we did. For the beginning of January, we went from 3,000 subscribers all the way up to 12,000 subscribers, and we thought we were the coolest group of people ever. We were like the cat's meow. But really, ever since then, we just continued to grow. We moved from that 6,000 square foot facility into a 28,000 square foot facility, and the rest seems to pretty much be history. Over the rest of the summer, we continued to grow and grow and grow, and really the biggest thing that we wanted to do was to have a media team. It was still predominantly just led by me and Mario and Corey, who was our graphic designer that was an intern that just never seemed to leave. And then we kind of had an online analytics guy. His name was Dom, but I mean, really, it wasn't like a team. It was like, we were kind of like, you ever just show up to a place, like you go to a party or something like that, and you go alone, which is weird. So I mean, it's okay if you say no because you want to be a cool kid, but like you show up to something alone and like you're with other people that also showed up alone, and you're just kind of like there, and you're like, well, now that we're a unit, now what do we do? And that was the beginning of Fitment Industries. I mean, really, we were like, okay, I mean, this is us, let's do it. And we did. I mean, we were continuously growing. It was good. It was happy-go-lucky. YouTube liked us-ish. And then Facebook liked us-ish until Mark Zuckerberg got in trouble for privacy stuff. We're not gonna talk about that because it's legalities. And I mean, it just continued to grow. It was a really cool thing. So once people started to realize that we were like doing something kind of sort of cool, other companies wanted to start working with us. We had people sending us wheel samples and t-shirts and all sorts of crazy stuff because they wanted, you know, to get content. They wanted us to talk about their wheels. And then we started talking about stuff that they weren't like super apt to talk about, but we still talked about it, because in our eyes, we want people to know like normal stuff about the wheel culture and to not be like misled by people and by companies. And, you know, even though there was some companies that weren't huge fans of it, they ultimately decided to partner with us because we did way more help than harm. I mean, if you really think about it, we're just going to tell people how it is, and it worked out really well. Then we decided we needed to offer other like products besides like t-shirts and stuff. So then we started partnering with companies, you know, that we could actually host higher end products. We have Avant-Garde and Rotiform 3-piece and Work and Volk and Gram Lights and things like that. And things really started to pick up. Then we started hosting companies like AccuAir and Airlift and Ibach and ST and KW and Beltec. And it just like never really stopped. And over time, I mean, the company just continued to grow until we actually had something that we could work with. Now Fitment Industries consists of people like myself. It consists of people like Claire, Eric, Dom and Corey, Mario, Gels, Steve, and Greg, which is pretty cool. We have people like Max and Austin that help us out with videography. We have people like Jared and Parker that help us out with videos. I mean, we have a full team. And even though the president of both Custom Offsets and Fitment Industries, Sean, seems to be not very apparent in a lot of Fitment Industries videos, he still helps a lot with actually just getting us established in certain places so that we can help get content for you guys. So you might be wondering who I am and what I'm involved in, and when it comes down to it, I have a fancy title, but I'm really just the kind of guy that likes to make cool videos and likes to make sure you guys know about wheels and tires, and Fitment Industries is like that. It's like just a YouTube channel that we all wanted to make because we were all car people, and then we all just came together and we started making videos. And that's pretty much it. Everything else is just an afterthought. We have a really cool facility. We're planning on building more. We're planning on hiring a lot more people, which you probably shouldn't tell 100,000 people, but I mean, it's whatever. So what are the plans for Fitment Industries? You guys might be watching this and thinking, okay, so that's what they've done. They really don't have that much of a history, but they seem to be moving pretty quick, or at least I would hope that you think that. So what are we up to and what do we plan to do? Well, really what we want to do is make cooler high-end production films, and we want to continue to grow this awesome team that we have here with cool videographers, graphic designers, and photographers, and we want to like get like wheels to you guys and suspension parts and information to you people so that you can actually like make cool decisions and you can buy your stuff from us and you can add your car to the fastest growing online gallery, which is ours, which is fitmentindustries.com/ad. And you can do all this stuff because at the end of the day, we are just car enthusiasts helping other car enthusiasts. And honestly, it may sound like a really weird business model, but we think it'll just work. And that's what we plan on doing. So I'm Alex from Fitment Industries. Let us know what you'd like us to talk about next in the comment section below. And if you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe. Check out fitmentindustries.com if you're looking for wheels, tires, suspension. And of course, like I said before, I'm Alex from Fitment Industries, and we'll see you later. Peace.